An update to the New World server transfer is here. It's been delayed, you can't transfer to a full realm, switch regions, and more. So let's take a look. So the New World server transfers have been delayed. The team has been hard at work getting the feature tested and have decided to take some extra time to ensure the feature and service is working as intended due to a few edge cases in their tests that didn't meet the standards for its release. We were initially hoping for this to be available this week, and with the update that we got on Wednesday indicating we still were on track for the end of this week, it's both unfortunate and reassuring at the same time to hear that they aren't willing to rush a bugged service out the door for the sake of it. I mean, just imagine the backlash if after all the waiting and inconvenience players have gone through around the servers and the free server transfer, then becoming compounded by the service being trash. Well, you don't need to imagine, because we've been provided an update as to how the New World server transfers are going to function, and people aren't happy about it at all. So you can move your character to any world in your region, except you can't move your character to a full world, to a world that's in maintenance, or to a world set that you have an existing character in already. This has sparked more than a little frustration in the player base, on social media and the forums, as people feel that the New World team have gone back on their word from a previous statement about server transfers, with two key points of issue. The first, it was previously stated that you could create a character in any region, then transfer to a different region. This allowed NA West and East players to find servers to call temporary homes, whilst reducing the amount of ping they'd incur, and the same could be said for EU players when the queue times were at their worst, who then decided to hop regions and wait for transfers to come along. Now this seems to no longer be the case, and will more than likely result in a lot of players quitting the game. Lost time investment, broken promises, and feelings of betrayal aren't the best way to start your MMO experience. The second issue is the restriction with moving to a full population server. The logic is sound when it comes to the why behind this, and you can't really argue that point with much success. However, the problem once again comes with the previously communicated wording and how vague it was, which has unfortunately led many players astray to make decisions that they otherwise would not have made. The previous instruction from the New World team was to seek out servers with low wait times, get playing there, and eventually use the transfer to move and play with friends later, as they know how important it is to be able to play with friends. I also remember reading another post or a comment from a community manager that I've spent ages trying to hunt down with no luck, but the wording in it shed a little more light on the situation, basically stating that the server you plan to transfer to needs to be available. Unfortunately, these two vague statements have of course resulted in players being separated from friends and feeling that they've wasted time progressing characters for a transfer they'll be unable to do. So what seems to be the only solution for the majority of players caught out by this is to agree with all of your friends to move to the same low to mid population server, and hope that that server also doesn't become full as a result of the transfers, therefore leading to more queues, and then you're back at square one. Let me know in the comments how this has affected you, your group, and what your plans are moving forwards. The post also goes on to list more information on the server transfer requirements before transfer can take place, and what you're going to keep when you actually move your character, which poses a good question as to how do you use the New World character transfer. You're going to need to log into your character, which means waiting in any applicable queues, then go to the in-game store where there'll be a new tab to claim your character transfer token. You'll have to leave your company, you have to remove any active trading post, sell or buy orders, and your character needs to be located in a sanctuary such as a settlement or an outpost. The part there about leaving your company would mean that if a guild were to attempt to transfer altogether, they would all need to leave the guild before the guild leader or governor can disband the guild and also transfer. Pro tip would be to have somebody ready to make the company ASAP on the new server with coordination over Discord, so you don't lose the company name during the transfer window with someone else sniping it. And also for guild leaders, make sure that you've taken all the gold from the company coffers before transferring, otherwise you're going to lose that when you disband the company. Now let's take a look at what comes with you when you move servers. You'll keep all character progression, level, weapon mastery, titles and all that. You'll keep your faction allegiance and progress, your inventory and storage, all of your currencies, your house and housing decorations, and all of your quest progress. Onto what doesn't come with you when you transfer your character. So as previously stated, your company membership needs to be terminated before transferring and will not carry over. Active trade posts, sell and buy orders will have to be removed, and they're obviously not going to carry over. And your friends list is world specific, and that won't be transferring either. They've mentioned the trade post quite a bit here, so I'm just going to let you know that in order to cancel anything that you've got up on the trade post, you should head to any settlement's respective trade post, go to the My Order tab, and you can see the buy and sell orders. From here, you're able to cancel every order in the game from all settlements trade post markets. Heads up that sometimes the cancel process seems to take forever, whereas others are quite quick. And finally, there is something else that we should cover about transfers and the service's future. Are there going to be any opportunities to transfer again if you choose the wrong world, the world your friends choose ends up getting filled up, or you regret choosing the world that you ended up transferring to in the first place? So transferring again is going to require an additional token. The team are going to continue working with world populations, queue times, and will evaluate the need for an additional wave of server transfer tokens to be given out for free. After they're sure players have had plenty of time to find the right server for them, they will later make server transfer tokens available for purchase in the in-game store. They will also give notice ahead of time when tokens are going to be changed to paid. So there is a little bit of a silver lining there that we could get another free transfer token to help players settle on new servers as their homes, because it's quite obviously going to be needed and there's going to be a lot of problems going on here. This isn't the last we'll hear about the server transfers, population issues, and queue times. And honestly, despite this news leaving a sour taste in the mouth, it does genuinely come across that the New World team are throwing all resources at these problems whilst trying to adhere to providing a high quality service. Let's hope this bleeds into their communications in the future to avoid further misunderstandings and negative impact on players, because communication here is key. Speaking of negative impact on players as well, please make sure you don't get banned for some of the farms or exploits that are becoming popular in game and on YouTube at the moment. Check out this video for more information, and of course I will see you next time.